Hello, game dudes and dudettes. EDC Diesel here. I'm gonna show you what I believe is the fastest and easiest way to do NG plus. No mods required, and really very little skill required. You can do this as a beginner, or even if you've NG plus previous to now, you can hopefully some of these tips will help you in your further attempts to do NG plus. So, just a little disclaimer: if you're new to Starfield,
Captain, it
I
is
wholeheartedly think that you should at least go through the storyline once, and acquire as many skills as possible, and just to get the experience of having those skills. And some of those skills will come in handy, but if you don't have it, that's fine. And if you just want to go NG plus, all the way to 10 to get basically God powers, then fine. You can do that too. So, what I'm going to do first is show you a little trick. I'm at the point where I'm about to NG plus, and I'm going to show you a little trick that allows you to, create custom names for your saves. If you look at my save file, if you notice, I've named all of my save files. These are the save files that I saved right before I went NG plus, and I'm going to show you how to do this. I mean, you don't have to use these same names, but you can. I can show you how to create your own custom save file names. And why you might want to do this is you might want to visit an old save file, maybe because at some point in time in the future somebody might find some type of a glitch or something that you might want to try out. And if that you had that particular item or that particular ship in one of the save files, you can easily go back to it to try it out, see if it works. And but I like to keep all of my save files, or all of the files for each NG plus that I do. So let me show you how to do that real quick. So first thing you want to do is you're going to go to any ship vendor. My favorite one, of course, is the one here in New Atlantis.
Got anything you need to offload?
And
Trade authorities
what you're going to do
what can I
is
do
you're going to go and tell the ship vendor that you'd like to modify your ship. So right now, my ship is the Eclectic Claymore, my home ship, and it can be any ship that you have in your inventory, but it does have to be a ship that's registered. I didn't register this because I didn't want to waste the credits to register it. So I'm gonna basically I'm gonna switch to my Frontier, which is a ship that you get right off of the bat, and it is registered. So I'll just make that my home ship. So once you've made that your home ship, go ahead and hit X if you're on Xbox. I don't remember the key combination for PC off the top of my head, but hit X as you're gonna go in, you're gonna go in and modify the ship. So you're gonna go into the modification menu, and all you're gonna do is press the select button, so that as if you've finished your modifications and now you want to back out. And if you notice, you will see down there on the bottom right that you have the option to rename your ship. So go ahead and hit X for rename, and X again to get into the rename menu. And then you can go back, you can erase whatever's there and put whatever you want. So right now, I'm just finishing uh, NG plus 10, and I am going to name this file uh, farewell NG plus 10. And then you would basically hit the select button to save that, and hit A to confirm. Once you've gotten back to this menu, you can press the select button to accept your changes, and then hit A to accept. Again, this is on Xbox. I don't remember the key combinations for PC, but it basically is the same thing. But as you can see, now the ship has a custom name. So now when you get back out and board your ship,
Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to.
you can go into the menu and do a hard save.
Your ship.
And now that you've done a hard save, when you go back into the load menu, you will notice that that save now has the name that you gave the ship. So now that I've done that, basically I'm going to delete all of the other unwanted saves. I don't need any of them anymore. And as you can see, I have all of my saves from 1 all the way to 10. So now that that's done, I am ready to do the NG plus. And the reason why I'm going past NG plus 10, normally you wouldn't have to. And if you haven't gotten all of these powers, if you notice, most of my powers, the powers will max out at 10. But some of these powers are not at 10. And the reason why is because during my playthroughs, there were a lot of glitches that Bethesda had to work out. Some of them actually prevented me from going to certain temples and getting the actual powers. And since I couldn't get those powers during that playthrough, then that power did not progress to the next level. And I just decided to go to NG plus because otherwise I would have been stuck and not been able to continue in my game. So I just decided to go to NG plus and deal with it on the next playthrough. So at this point, some of the powers are not at 10, so I'm going to have to continue on for a few more playthroughs so that I can get those powers maxed out at 10. So now that that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and if you haven't done NG Plus before, this will be a little bit of a spoiler. So just if you want to tune out now, please do.
New today, shall we?
But right now, I'm going to go ahead and build the artillery on the ship so that I can enter the Unity. And the artillery screen is right here on the Frontier ship. So I'll hit activate, build artillery. All right. Now, once the artillery has been built, basically you can go into orbit.
Time to leave Maneuvering into position.
And once the artillery has been built,
And we are now
all
in
you have to
stable
do
orbit.
is activate the grav drive. Unity. Now, if you've played through any of the storyline, as you approach in the Unity, again, this is a spoiler if you haven't done this yet yourself, um, um, but you will basically meet yourself
You
in the
made it.
Unity.
I hope you're enjoying the view. I never get tired of staring at it. Eternity. Do I? Welcome home, Starborn. As always, the path to a new universe is forward, past me. Or you can turn around and return from where you came.
Now, if you've played through any of
As you
the
consider stepping
storyline,
towards infinity,
there
I
will be
offer you a glimpse
several
into what will happen
different
to the universe
scenarios
you may
that
be
you can
leaving.
go to.
As the essence of who you are is spread throughout space and time. By defeating both the hunter and the emissary, the path to the unity in this universe is left for the people of the settled systems to discover on their own, uninterrupted by powerful Starborn.
Depending on the choices that you've made during your playthrough, there will be several scenarios that he'll explain what happens after you've left and went into the Unity and basically crossed over to another
The
universe.
Constellation membership who stays behind will in time publish their data about the discovery of the artifacts, the Starborn, and the Unity. Space exploration across the settled systems is given new life as people search for hope out there in the stars.
Now, since this is not my first time going through this, so and I'll talk more on that a little later. Basically, in this any playthrough that I've done after the second one, I basically skipped the main storyline. So if you do the main storyline, there will be more scenarios scattered around that you can go to and see what your choices have accomplished, or what your choices have led to before you cross over. Now at this point, you can either go through the Unity or you can turn back. If you turn back, basically you will be back on your ship and you can continue playing Starfield as normal. Maybe you decided that you want to continue getting more powers, or you want to continue. There are some missions that you decided that you want to go back and finish before you go through to the Unity. You can do that at this point. Basically, don't go this way. You would basically turn back and go that way. And as you walk back towards that way, it will take you back to your ship, and you can come back to the Unity at any time. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to go through to the Unity.
Although you leave this universe behind, a new universe awaits you. Who will you be in this one? What choices will you make?
So as you can see, when you enter the Unity, this is essentially the end of the game, the main storyline game. Um, as you can see, the credits are going to roll. So I mean, at this point, you've beat the game. Now it's your decision as to whether or not you want to continue forward, and go through another playthrough, make some different choices. Um, you can actually at this point, um, if you press down on your D-pad or the credits will go much faster, and you'll get to a point where you'll see down there at the bottom right there's a skip button. So if you don't want to wait, the credits actually roll for another maybe 30 to 45 minutes to be honest. So you don't want to wait through all the credits. You can hit and hold the B button, and basically you are now officially in NG Plus. What happens when you're in NG Plus is, if this is your first time through, you will actually get your own starborn ship. And you will also get a starborn suit. And if you take a look, again, I've been through this multiple times, so my level is going to be different than yours, and your miles may vary, but your starborn suit may look like this. It may look differently. Um, but once you get your own starborn ship, basically you go ahead and jump in. Now, the starborn ship, as cool as it may look, if it's your first few times through, it's pretty weak. As you can see over here on the left, there's not even this starborn ship, which is, I'm at NG plus 10, is weak compared to others. But it does have a little bit of power compared to what you might have. Yours would be a lot less, depending on where you are in your NG plus journey. But the first thing that you do when you uh, go through NG plus, your first mission basically is go to the lodge. So you'll basically set a course for Jemison, which is in the Alpha Centauri system, and go ahead and jump. If it's your first time through, I wouldn't go anywhere to where you're going to ships. You may not be able to survive it, or depending on your skill level, dogfighting, you may not be able to survive it with your current level of ship.
We're not detecting that's an issue. What's powering that thing? You know what? Just hold still while we do the contraband check. All right, we're done. You're clear to land.
Once you've gotten scanned Centauri, you're going to go ahead, in the system, you're going to go ahead and land at New Atlantis. Now, again, if this is your first time through, you have a ship and you have a suit, but basically you have nothing else. You have no credits. You don't even have a weapon at this point. So I definitely would not venture anywhere but here first. Uh, I usually like to check in. You don't have
So,
to.
this ship of yours doesn't take standard. You know what? We'll figure it out.
You don't have to. But I usually like to do it. But you're gonna go ahead and
I can
head
assure you
directly
this unprovoked attack.
to the lodge, which is in the Mass District. And at this point, it's like essentially a new game, so you can't fast travel to it because you haven't discovered that the area yet. So you're gonna have to take the Mass Transit, the New Atlantis Transit, to the Mass District. And once you've gotten here, the lodge, of course, is going to be off to your right.
Wish
I
that
just like to
bartender
run
at the viewport would stop complaining to
this
security. I don't know what you
little,
lost, but you won't get it back by annoying us.
little hallway. And you're going to open the lodge door. Now, at this point, I like to put a hard save here, simply because once you've entered the lodge, you have several choices, and you may decide that you don't like the choice that you made, or you might want to take a different path. But
Excuse me, this is a private... Wait. There's something familiar about you. Vasco, identify.
Scanning. Cross-referencing known employee records of our affiliated organizations. Please remain still. This appears to be the miner from Argos Extractors. Lost as we were carrying the artifact from Vectera. Current whereabouts, previously unknown.
I see. Vasco already delivered the artifact. So, why are you showing up now?
So you're going to meet up with Sarah, and that's not always the case. Again, that's a little bit of a spoiler, but for the most part, you're going to meet up with Sarah, and you have a choice whether you want to repeat the main quest or skip the main quest. Now, if your goal is to just get through NG Plus as fast as you can, my recommendation is to skip the main quest. Because if you repeat the main quest, you're going to have to go through a lot of different missions to get to the point where you can, do an NG Plus. Once you skip the main quest, which I'm going to do now.
I see. So some of our theories about the artifacts are correct.
You're taking their word for it? What if this person's just delusional? Breathed in too many gases in that mining operation.
Why don't we hear him out? We know next to nothing. We have everything to gain if he's telling the truth.
All right, let's hear it.
And you have one of several options. Honestly, it doesn't matter which option that you choose here. It just depends on your preference of how you want to answer. But it pretty much all leads to the same thing. But anyways, I usually like to just go with this middle one that says, this is going to sound weird, but I've done all this before. And basically, it's going to just fade off.
That's what we're looking for. The pieces to an armillary. A path to the center of a multiverse.
This is either the truth or the most elaborate practical joke I've ever witnessed.
I think we're past the point of doubting, Walter.
In any event, we'll be able to see for ourselves. We know where most of the artifacts are now, and presumably how we get them.
And again, You have a couple of different choices. I've never chosen this bottom one. I don't do it now, so I don't know if it makes any difference. But the first two choices pretty much give you the same result. Um, Basically,
And if what you've told us about the Starborn is to be believed, we'll need all the help we can get. I want you to check with Vladimir on the Eye. Cross-reference what you've told us with what he's picking up on the scans. You track down the artifacts the Eye finds, while we gather the others.
again, you can, this basically is your choice. You can, it really doesn't matter. It kind of leads to the same thing. You just kind of get different dialogue on basically with whichever choice you make. I usually just say, thank you for believing in me,
If anyone in the
Sarah.
settled systems could believe something like this, it's Constellation. Now let's get out there and see the truth for ourselves.
So, as you can see, as it's on the top right there, you get a number of different things.
Even the trace physiological and neurological readings I'm able to pick up from you are unprecedented. You really are something.
You get a number of different things. So let's go and take a look at our inventory and see what we've gotten. So basically, we've gotten some ammo. We've gotten a nice gun, which is a Bridger. I don't usually use the Bridger myself. I usually give that to my companion because they're pretty good at using it and getting me out of sticky situations. The Lodge Key, a few med packs, and the cutter. So at this point, the very first things that I would do, there's always going to be a magazine right here, a skill magazine. I would go ahead and pick that up. You basically get another skill, level based on whatever magazine that was there. Now,
it is customary to say,
this is
"Welcome
pretty
home."
much what I do
That
every
is
single
not
time.
dimensionally accurate.
I immediately go down to the basement. And I take whatever guns are down there. And this one, not every time, you're not going to get the same guns every time you go through NG+. But this Beowulf, this is definitely one of the 3 guns that I use during every playthrough. One of my favorite guns is the Beowulf. So it's nice that I've gotten that right off the rip. There are other ways to get it if you don't get it here in the basement, but I usually like to go and grab whatever I can from the basement, especially weapons. Most of these weapons I don't use, so I can sell them later, but definitely ammo, grab a hold of that. Ammo is a terrific return on investment because they don't take up any weight, so whatever ammo you see, I would always pick it up because you can, even if you're not going to use that ammo, you can sell it for extra coins later, and it doesn't carry any weight, so there's no downside to picking up ammo. So any ammo you see, I would pick it up. All right, so I grabbed all that, and I usually like to make a save right now. As soon as I went in, it auto saved, so I don't need to do it anymore. There is another nice little spot. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, in this room here. So you may have seen at some point that there's a nice little glitch that Bethesda graciously has not patched yet. And depending on where you stand, I usually like to stand where I can actually see the gap. And once you see the gap, you see how it now says open. Even though it was locked before, I can now open the mannequin and take all of this armor. And I don't have to use any digipicks to open this. So I would grab that immediately once you come down to the basement. I don't remember that there's any other items to pick up in here. We'll just take a quick peek around. There's a positron battery, which it might work later on when if you need to upgrade your ammo or your weapons. I believe one of the upgrades that I do like to do for the Beowulf does require a positron battery, but we'll more on that later. Once you've gotten all of this stuff here, I usually like to go back and talk to
Starborn. I will assist in any way I can.
Whoever's at the lodge. So Vasco's there.
Captain,
I told Vasco I can use
to my assigned post.
So now you can assign Vasco to your ship, and he gives you some perks based on that. Sarah, I usually like to go back and talk to Sarah.
We have a Starborn in Constellation, and you knew all of us from your prior universe, even our secrets, perhaps. It's a bit unsettling, honestly.
And you can tell her, whatever you want to tell her. It's your choice. You pretty much get the same.
Do you have any idea how insane that sounds? There is no first time for me. You mean your first time with another Sarah? But you're not even. I mean, are you still human? How do I even know where to begin? So we play pretend. Is that it? I guess with you it's only half pretending. Fine. But no tricks. I don't want you racing to the end of something you know I'm going to say. Equal footing, all right?
Sure, Sarah. Equal footing.
This is definitely the winner of strangest way of joining Constellation. But why not? You're here.
Now that you've talked to Sarah, you can then assign her to your crew as well. So I usually like to go to the ship and assign her to my crew. As you can see, Vasco gives you a little bump in Anetronic fusion, shield systems, EM weapons. Sarah gives you astrodynamics, lasers, leadership, and botany. And if there's anybody else you don't have to necessarily talk to
You're not quite
Mateo at the moment. He can't be one of your companions, and of course Walter Stroud, he was over here. I'm not sure where he's went to. He can't be one of your companions either.
Very existence is the greatest single discovery in
I like to
the settled systems.
search around. Of course, this is our room, and I like to just take a quick nap so that I can get that little 10% bump in XP, and it also gives me an auto save depending on your settings. The way you set up the settings on your game. After you sleep, you get an auto save. It'll save you a click. Just go sleep for an hour, and you get an auto save at the same time.
Other universes exist, full of people.
No. From here, the very next thing that you want to do, I'm going to show you how to get arguably one of the best guns in the game. Again, just set up a quick save right here. We're going to travel back to the shipport in New Atlantis. Once you're here, I'd like to take a little shortcut. Give me a couple of steps. over here past Jemison Mercantile.
Scientist out in front of mast, staring at trees, sounds upset. Whatever it is, it can't be that bad.
You're gonna go to the well. And once you're here at the well, you're gonna take this path.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor?
And over down this corridor to the left. Now, if you have a companion, if you've already asked, you know, Sarah or somebody to be your companion, I would let them know to wait right here at this point, because we're gonna get a gun, but we're gonna steal it, and having a companion is gonna complicate things. So I usually like to drop a quick save here, but right now we're in front of Jake's bar. I don't remember where you can see
by
it.
the size of their nose.
But anyways, it's right up here, up this stairs to the right. This is Jake's bar. Now, if you've gotten the powers from your first playthrough, my suggestion is to go ahead and equip Void Form. Okay, so equip the Void Form. Now, once you equip Void Form and you activate Void Form, basically you're going to disappear. And what you're going to do with that is right behind the bar, there is...
Excuse me. 2 free pieces of advice. 1, you better have a word.
And you're basically going to steal... Take a look. We basically stole Jake's Hangover Cure. And this is a variation of the Advanced Big Bang, which is arguably one of the best guns in the game. As you can see, it's 175 physical damage and 513 energy damage, which is pretty good. And this is that location of that weapon is there every single time. You can do this from day 1 to day 357. It's going to be there every single time. So I would go ahead and grab it. Of course, it's stolen, so you're going to go ahead and go back over here, right around the corner to the Trade Authority.
Yeah.
It's cliche, but it's true. Everything has a price. And welcome to the Trade Authority. If, however, you are here under fault, then I'm afraid you'll find... So, what'll it be?
I'm just going to skip through some of the dialogue.
No one she's sent so far has had any hint of... Please, let me know if I can assist you further. Of course,
Basically, you're going to sell this weapon to the Trade Authority. Alright, so let's go here and we're going to sell this weapon. But do not exit this menu. Just use, if you're on Xbox, use your right bumper. I'm not sure what it is on PC, but use your right bumper to go to the directly to the buy menu and buy it back. As you can see, it's the exact same price that we sold it for. So basically, we didn't lose any money or gain any money from it, but you know, it didn't cost us anything. But now, when you go back into your weapons, or when you go back into your
else, you know where to find us.
Your weapons, you can see that little red marker is gone. So now you just got you a free Advanced Big Bang. I usually like to Put a favorite on that. And the Beowulf, put a favorite on that. All right. Now, as you can see, we don't have a lot of rounds. The one good thing about the Beowulf is that it uses 7.7 millimeter rounds, which is basically you get that in abundance throughout the game. Practically every, spacer or that you kill probably has a round of 7.7. You find them in ammo boxes. You find them in turrets. So you can read that. This is one of the reasons why I like the Beowulf, because you can find that ammo anywhere, and it's a pretty powerful gun. Depending on your level, it may not be this level, but it still does a good amount of damage. Jake's Hangover Cure basically takes heavy particle fuse. So what you can do,
If there's
I'll show you
something
where
you
you can
need,
get some
no
of that
matter what
ammo
it
right
is,
off the rip.
either I have it,
Is
of course.
while you're here at the Trade Authority, go ahead, take a look and see what weapons are here. If there's anything that you like, if you see a better version, of maybe your Beowulf or the Advanced Big Bang, you may want to purchase it at some point. But I usually don't, because I usually try to get, steal all of my weapons so I can get it for free and don't waste any money. But what I would do is I would come here and I would buy 3 types of ammo, or maybe 4. So I usually buy the 0.5 MI array, which I'll tell you where that's good to be used shortly. That's going to be for the next gun that we're going to get. And I buy whatever 7.7 ammo is there. If there's any 40 millimeter ammo, I would grab it here. Doesn't appear that there's any available. And of course, if there's any heavy particle fuse, I would grab that as well. That is for your Big Bang. And then I would go ahead and sell whatever I don't need. I'm not going to use this Advanced 99. I'm not going to, let's go back to the ammo. I'm not going to use any of this ammo. I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to use that. I hold on to this 40 millimeter XPL because those are good for bridgers and negotiators. I'm not going to use this ammo, this, nor light particle fuse. So I would sell all of that to gain some credits. So and then I would also buy, staple things like heal paste, immobilizers in case you fracture a limb or get a sprain, bandages. Definitely stock up on med packs. Snake oil is good to have at least 1 or 2 of those. If you're still doing research, I would grab these Synapse Alphas as well, because that can help with your research. And trauma packs. So I grab those while I'm here at the Trade Authority. And let's see, is there anything else that I can sell? Oh, we can sell the armor that we stole from the basement of the lodge. All right, so sell that. That Mark 1 pack we can sell. And the Mark 1 helmet we can sell. So don't need any of that. And pretty much it.
Pleasure dealing
So
with
once
you.
you've done that, I would go ahead and drop a quick save. And I'm going to show you next where to go to get the next weapon. So right now we've got the Beowulf. We got the Beowulf, which is one of my go-to weapons. The Jake's Hangover Cure, which is basically an advanced Big Bang. That's one of the 3 weapons that I think is a must-have if you're going to do a playthrough. And we're going to go get one more weapon. And again, this Bridger, I usually save one of those for my companion because that really helps out when you're dealing with tougher enemies. So, so I'm going to show you where you can get the 3rd weapon, which I think is definitely a must-have. And that would be over here in the I'm sorry, in the wrong spot. I think it's in the Valo system. We're gonna go to Polvo. From there, we're going to go to New Hope Town. Let's jump over there.
Welcome to the Freestar Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. You're good to go. All clear to land at Hopetown.
So once we've gotten scanned, we can go ahead and land at Hopetown.
Landing initiated. Watch your flaring.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and exit the ship at Hopetown. And again, I wouldn't recommend having a companion at all just yet. It's not necessary, and it just complicates things. So, don't ask anybody to be your companion just yet. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go straight over here
Excuse me.
to the Best Defense store. And you want to drop a quick save here. And again, if at this point, it would be good to have the void form power. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and activate void form. And we're going to go in here and right up on this shelf right here, advanced mag shear. And depending on, now that I'm detected, I would go ahead and head out of the store.
Keep an eye on your valuables. If you can't protect your own, you don't belong here.
In my experience, if you actually linger in the store, you actually can get caught, even though you were hidden. For some reason, they know that you've stolen something. So I just hang out here for a couple of minutes, or well, not even a couple of minutes, just a little while, to make sure I don't get any authorities coming after me, and then drop another quick save. And then you can activate void form again and basically go in, grab that second mag shear. And again, just head on out of the store. Just hang around. Now, if you don't have void form, there is another way to do it. I've seen basically a way to do it where you can grab a little trash can that's in there. There's a YouTuber that showed you how to do it. And you can kind of, and I've done it that way before. You can kind of grab a trash can, and then use the trash can to like bump the weapon off of the shelf, and then kind of like shove it, move it to the back into the little warehouse in the back, and close the door, and basically you're hidden low. At that point, you can get the gun. And it's time consuming. It takes a little bit of time to do, but it's definitely worth doing, because I think the mag shear is definitely one of the best guns to have, especially when you're dealing with tougher enemies. It does require a lot of ammo, but again, good to take down tougher enemies, and you getting it for free. And once you've gotten those mag shears, basically I would just head out of there.
And we're off.
At this point, again, you haven't earned any authority. They're still going to need to go ahead and remove the stolen tag from it. I mean, you can use it with the stolen tag, but I like to go ahead and remove the stolen tag. So our next stop will be able to do that. So now that you've gotten those two guns, we're going to head over to the Volii system. We're going to go to Volii Alpha and head over to Neon. Just jump there.
Navigational feedback checks out.
Approaching
We're in
ship.
the right
You've
place.
entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. And that's it. Enjoy, Neon.
Alright, so once you've gotten scanned, go ahead and land at Neon.
Touching down.
Once you've gotten out of the ship, let's go ahead and head straight for Neon Core. Once you discovered this area, you will be able to fast travel directly to that area. You won't have to land there every single time. But,
Don't move, Nesha!
What the hell is this about?
this happens in every playthrough. Nesha apparently gets himself in trouble every single time, but just ignore that. Unless you want to play through the story, if you haven't played through it, go ahead and play through it. But we're going to head over here. Now, the Trade Authority is right out here to the right. We're not going to go there just yet. Okay? As soon as you come out of the elevator, the Neon Core, we're going to hang a right. And over here, you'll see the Neon Security HQ. And we're going to drop a quick save right here. Now, what you want to do is go ahead and activate your void form again.
So you're telling me I have to take my entire load of alcohol back to New Atlantis?
That's right.
And as you can see, for some reason I'm detected still. Right. didn't work that time. Okay, so that's why I like to drop a quick save. For some reason it didn't work. So let's reload that again.
Security, get back here!
You know what? It automatically makes a quick save when you get discovered. So I'm gonna have to go back one more quick save. Let's get rid of this one. Okay, let's go back here. So now we're back outside.
So you're telling me I have to take my entire load of alcohol back to New Atlantis?
That's right. Damn great.
Wait till that bot goes away.
If I don't deliver these goods, I'm going to lose thousands on this job.
Alright. So basically there was contraband cash in that in that chest in the back corner of the security office.
James knew
so you can grab that.
No percentage in causing problems.
Back over here
Apply today the nearest keys.
to the trade authority and sell that contraband.
If it's too hot to handle, we can take it off your hands. Yeah? Buying, sell. Yeah? Well, then let me. You either walked into the tea. So. Hey, I never said stole. Look, let's stop playing games. Always happy to take your money.
All right, so you can. I would recommend go ahead and buy some ammo. Again, I usually like to buy the .50 MIRA, the 7.77, and if there's any heavy particle fuse or 40 millimeter, which doesn't appear to be any. You can also check him for weapons. So he has a make sure, but it's 47. Which is probably not going to be any better than what you just stole. I have noticed that sometimes when you steal stuff that's a different level, and you check the weapons that from a vendor, and if the weapons at the vendor are higher level, somehow, and this might be a glitch, I don't know, somebody can tell me in the comments, or if they've experienced this. So let's say I stole, I didn't check to see what our mag share was that we stole is, but so let's go our inventory. So our mag share is 47. I didn't check to see what it was when I stole it. Maybe I'll go back and look over the video when I was stealing it. But I have seen that, let's say that mag share was at 42, and then I come here to a vendor and I check the vendor, and their mag share is 47. And sometimes I've seen where the actual level of the weapon that you have is updated to that level at the vendor, even though you have not purchased that weapon. That's happened to me on several occasions. I've had like a Jake's hangover cure that I stole that was a much lower level, and when I went to a vendor and stole a different one, it magically, the Jake's hangover cure was updated to that level. So let me know if you've run across that situation. So right now, we're at the.
This better not
we're
be a
at
waste.
the.
Then here I thought
trade
you were just
authority,
wasting
so
my time.
We're gonna go ahead and we're going to. We bought his stuff, so it's giving him some extra credits to be able to buy our stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and sell the contraband that we just stole, and we're also going to sell our mag share. We don't have now. He's up at the right hand corner there. He's only got 1,400, so we can't sell that other one or we'll lose money on it. So at this point, I would go ahead and go over here and buy back one of the mag share I just stole or sold. And now you should be able to go back and sell the second one. All right, and you only need one of these guys, so you can. Now that I've sold it, I don't need to buy that back anymore. And we are now good to go. So now I have the 3 weapons that I like to use in my playthroughs. So let's take a look again.
You done here? Time?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
We
What?
did.
Now
we
we're
did. I
getting
think
somewhere.
we did. Let's just make sure. I would go through all, make sure there's nothing with a stolen tag on it. Okay, no. All right, I don't think we stole anything else at this point. I will show you where you can steal some additional weapons.
Make sure you bring it to me.
So now we can drop a. I would drop a hard save here. This is kind of a crucial point. And then I'm going to show you where we can steal some additional weapons. So if you go over here, let's go back this way. Over here. Go over here. We're gonna go over here, right next to the Trade Authority. And there's a mission involving this guy here, but we're gonna go ahead and just kind of scout around and see what he's got. So it looks like he's got Instigate and Advanced Orion. Some ammo there. None of these things that we really actually want, but I'm going to show you. Oh, he's got a Ruin Inflictor. Oh, the Ruin Inflictor is nice. So I'm going to show you how you can steal
There's
that.
got to be a megacorp that'll
So we're going to
hire someone
click
like
save
me.
here, and again we're going to disappear. Now I like to go into the actual case menu and take it from there, because if you take them individually, a lot of times you end up getting detected. So I just take from the menu and then I leave. Click save. I disappear again. Back in. Or in this case, take it. Go in there. Take it. Alright, go ahead and leave. Click save. We're gonna go back in one more time. Let's see what they got. He's got on the wall here. Nova blaster, heavy particle fuse. It's nothing major. So at this point, I mean, you can try doing it over there, but again, you don't have to. What I would do once you actually have stolen those goods, go ahead and leave, head back over to the Trade Authority, and it's probably not gonna have
something. If you got the money or the goods.
He's not gonna have enough credits at this point. So, and what we're gonna do is,
All right, buzz off.
we're gonna go ahead and sleep for 48 hours. Now, he will restock his inventory after 24 hours, but the credits don't get restocked for 48 hours. So, go ahead and sleep for 48 hours. Alright, so we're gonna sleep another 24 hours. Alright, that's you slept for 48 hours. His credit should be
Need to
fully
move
stocked.
some more. Yeah, what? Yes, let's.
Alright, as you can see, his credits are back to 11,000. So now we can go through and do what we were doing before. First of all, let's go ahead and buy some ammo because we need it. 0.50. Oh, he's got some 40 millimeter today, and he's got some 7.7 and some heavy particle fuse. So that gives us more credits to play with. And let's take a look at the aid department. Let's see, he's got heal paste. Oh man, shoot, I just sold it. I didn't mean to sell it. Buy that back. Buy back. Alright, I need to buy what all that, so let's go, let's see. He's got some more mobilizers, bandages, emergency kit, Lamed packs, Neurojack. Pansera is good to have because it cures practically all afflictions at one time. A trauma pack, and some zipper bandages. Alright, now that you've got that, we've got plenty of stuff to sell. Let's see, let's go into all, let's see what we've got. So sell that, we don't need it. Sell that. Sell that. Let's sell that. Alright, so we're gonna sell this, but we're gonna buy it back. The Ruin Inflictor is actually a very good weapon, so let's buy that back. Alright, so let's see what else can we sell. Investigating, investing around, we don't need. Sell that. And that's it.
If you find anything else, make sure.
Have a quick save. Now I'm going to show you also before we leave here. Oh, by the way, the contraband cache that we stole from the HQ, that gets refreshed. The best way to do that is go sleep on Venus for 6 hours and come back, and then it'll be there again. And you can rinse and repeat that as many times as you want. So right now we're gonna go over here to get some heavy particle fuse. So if you go over to Ryujin, over here to the left.
How can I help?
Talk to this guy.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. The name? Likewise. Let me know if you need any help. What brings you to Ryujin Tower today? If I were you, I'd start with... Sure, have a look.
All right, he's going to have heavy particle fuse, so I'd grab that. All right, so it looks like I've run out of cash.
Thanks for stopping by.
Want to challenge your instincts and hone those corporate skills?
So I run out of cash, so you know what? I'm gonna basically show you what I mean. Let's go over here. Let's go over here to Venus. Oh, you know what? All right, so let's do this first. Let's go to the spaceport. Let's go ahead and fast travel to our ship. Now, the Starborn ship, the one big drawback about the Starborn ship is that it has no furniture, it has no beds. So, if you notice, there's no furniture in here except basically your pilot seat. There's no beds, so you can't go anywhere and sleep. So here's the problem that we're going to deal with is that when you go to Venus, and I'm just going to go ahead and exit the ship because I'll show you when we get to Venus. But what I'm going to do for the moment is I'm going to go over here to the ship services vendor.
I can't place the manufacturer. Need some work done? We'll do... okay, no problem.
And I'm going to switch to my Frontier ship. I'll tell you why I did that. As you can see, the Frontier ship actually has a bed. Now, why is that important? Okay, so let's go ahead and head over here to Venus. Venus, of course, is in Sol system. Yeah. Problem with the Frontier ship is it's not very only a Class A ship. You won't be able to get very far with it. We're all the way out at the volley system, so we're gonna have to actually do a few hops. Probably should have just hopped over to Alpha Centauri and traded ships at the ship technician there. Now that we're there, let's see, can we get all the way over to Sol from here? Yes, we can. So let's go ahead and go to Sol and go to, where's Venus? Venus. So we're gonna go to Venus here. And then basically you're gonna, I need to fire up my grav drive.
Grav jump complete.
And basically you're gonna find a spot on Venus to land. Is good. Let's just land here.
Landing struts primed. Retros firing.
Alright, so now that we're on Venus, there's the reason why I switched to my Frontier ship is because it actually has a built-in bed, which the Starbound ship does not. So I'm able to sleep.
Can I help?
So I'm able to sleep the 6 hours that I need for stuff to get restocked. You can put an outpost on Venus, but that requires certain skill levels to be able to it, because Venus is considered an extreme condition planet, and without certain skills you can't put outposts on a planet with extreme conditions. That's one problem. And even if you do have the required skills, so let's just head outside for a second. I'll show you.
Good day, Captain.
Oh, this might be a good thing. So we're on Venus. If you heard that, there's a ship that's getting ready to land here. I would say go ahead and do a quick save. Okay. I was going to talk about this later, but this is good a time as any. During your playthrough, you want to grab a C-class ship as soon as you can. So now that we've landed on, and I'll get back to the outpost situation after we've done this, but we need a C-class ship, and for later on in the game, for two reasons. One, C-class ship will allow you to get around the map a lot easier. You don't have to make multiple jumps. You also, it's more powerful than the ship that you get off the rip. So if you encounter enemies, you can take them down pretty easily. And you're also going to need a good one to fight the final battle. And oh, this is perfect. This is an Ecliptic Claymore 3. Oh, this might not be so bad. So good. Okay. So, these bounty hunter guys.
You're a tough one to track down. Wanted all over the settled systems. Is that right? You talk a good game, I'll give you that much. Most bounties we run into tend to beg first and run second. So, we're off to a good start. Anyway, since you seem someone's...
How many credits you think fitted in Ashtaba?
Good question. I'd say 2,000 credits would be enough to make us forget we ever saw you. Or, we could just collect it the old-fashioned way.
So.
Well, then how about we kill you and find out?
This might not work out, but I hope it works. When you encounter these guys, a lot of times you can't steal their ship. I don't know why Bethesda does that. You want to get on here as quickly as possible. Sometimes the ship will leave after you've engaged them. Let's see if it's going to allow me to. Okay, it's not. Because normally, if it's going to allow you to steal the ship, as soon as you board the ship, you should get a pop-up on the top left that says, it gives you objectives, and one of them would be to kill the crew and take over the ship. If that did not pop up, then you're not going to be able to steal the ship. But, you know, since we're here, go ahead and take whatever resources we can take. I don't know why Bethesda limits you on. You should be able to steal whatever ship you want to steal, and it really irritates me that you can't. Alright, so let's go ahead and set myself up here. I need to send star stuff. So I'm gonna favorite that. I always like to use void form, so I'm gonna favorite that. And also sunless space. Those are usually my three go-to powers that I'm going to use. So right now, let's see who's on the ship. We got quite a few. Quick save. I needed to favorite head packs. Head pack. I don't have any Heart Plus yet, so let's deal with that. Alright, here's my pack.
Finish the job.
Pretty powerful enemies. Again, I'm NG plus 10, so quite a few powerful enemies here. just. Again, as you can see, 7.7 ammo is pretty abundant.
I need a diversion. Directed.
Oh crap. Advanced negotiator, 30,000. I'll take it. That's my share. I'll take it.
Contact lost.
This guy's in here. I'm gonna go ahead and get him out and take him out.
We've been. No knife on the top.
Seems to be all of them. And I'd go ahead and take whatever I can take. Sleep for an hour to heal up. But again, here's the problem with this one. Now, by all rights, I should be able to steal this ship. But of course, it's going to tell me you're not authorized to steal the ship. That really irritates me. I wish Bethesda would fix this situation, because I should be able to steal that ship, but I won't be able to. So I'll just have to wait for another opportunity to steal a ship. That would have been a perfect ship to have. I'm just gonna go ahead and find those guys that I dealt with while I was out here and kind of loot their bodies. They're still here. I don't see them. They're probably going. Oh, there they go. 7 ammo. 7 ammo. Right. So again, that 7.77 ammo was pretty abundant. So, all right. So since I can't steal that ship, let's go ahead and head back over to the landing area. Again, I was going to tell you, here's the problem with Venus. For if you want to sleep on Venus, if you don't have a ship that has a bed. So, I have the required skills to place an outpost. Let's go ahead and place one. Alright. If you notice, if you come here to furniture, beds, sleeping bags require fiber and sealant, and the beds require aluminum and fiber. So in my case, I probably grabbed it along the way as I'm here, but in most cases when I went through my playthrough at the beginning, since you don't have anything, you may not have any of these resources yet. So even though you might have the required skills to place an outpost on Venus, you may not have fiber, sealant, or aluminum enough of any of those resources to be able to place a bed. So if that's the case, then that's why I recommend that you switch to your frontier ship or another ship that has a bed on it, and that way you have a way to sleep on Venus. So now that we've slept the required 6 hours, we're gonna head back.
Captain,
I actually don't need to go here in there. I can just go directly to the star map. We're gonna go ahead and go over here to Alpha Centauri first, because I don't think we'll be able to, let's see, be able to go all the way to Volley. Yeah, actually will let us go all the way to Volley. Okay, so let's go ahead and head over to Volley. Go over here to Neon Core.
This is Freestar Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. All right, we're done. Have a good time in Neon.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and land in Neon Core. Alright, so now that we're in Neon Core, we can go back to the HQ.
Well, she's moping around because she knows.
Drop a quick save.
Hello.
See, it's back. Get out of here, like it.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these.
staring.
No alarm is raised yet.
Got a problem?
Let's head over here to the Trade Authority. Rid of this stash.
If it's too hot to handle, we can take it off your hands. Yeah, what? Always happy to take your money.
There's 11,000 credits so we can restock. So let's sell miscellaneous. Sell. Alright, let's sell that. He doesn't have enough money for all of it. Alright, so he's not gonna have enough money to sell all of it. Well, you know what? Let's
buy
some
somewhere.
His weapons. Okay, so this Beowulf, it's pretty much the same as alright, so I won't buy it. No difference. So let's buy some ammo. Alright, and then go back. Sell. See what he's got as far as aid is concerned. He's got some heal gel, he's got some heart plus. I can use lasers, bandages, injectors, Sarah, armor packs. Alien genetic material, which is good for a pinch. Again, in a tough situation, pop one of those. Get like 500 damage resistance for like 30 seconds. We buy all the ammo we need. Oh, I need to sell this particle fuse. And then buy it back. Alright. What else? Did we pick up any weapons? A wolf. Oh, we got an extra mag share here. Sell that. I don't need that negotiator. Let's see, it's 39. That one's got better accuracy and range. Even though it's lower physical damage, I'll keep the Bridger. So he doesn't have enough credits for me to sell. Oh. Alright, so we're not going to be able to get away with out. We're not going to be able to get away without
Time to move on.
sleeping for 48 hours. you definitely want to get rid of the contraband, because if you carry it to other systems, you run the risk of getting caught. The none of the ships you have at the beginning, like the Starborn ship or even the Frontier, have any shielded cargo, so there's zero chance that you'll be able to evade any authorities. Now there is one way that you, let's sleep for another 24 hours here. There is one way that you can, if you find yourself with contraband on your ship, and you're caught out there, you can go to the den. Chances are you won't get scanned, even though it is a United Colonies system where the den is located. In my experience, most cases going to the den does not scan you. So if you find yourself with a situation where you do have contraband on your ship and you need to get rid of it, and without getting caught, then go there. Up. Go ahead.
This better not be a waste. You need to move some merch. You got the money or the goods.
And check him for more ammo. All right, so at this point, I don't have any more cash.
All right, buzz off. I'm busy.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and quick save it there. So at this point, we're all set up to continue doing on our journey to NG+. Once you've got that all set up, as you can see, have a few missions, but if your goal is to get to NG+ as quickly as possible, then I would ignore everything else. What you're gonna have here is you're gonna have this mission here, which is to talk to Vladimir. So let's go here.
Advised, you are entering United Colonies space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. You are cleared to land in New Atlantis. Please enjoy your visit to Jemison.
You're not going to go to Jemison, you're going to go to the Eye.
Captain, greetings.
Now what I like to do every time I come to the Eye, and you're going to come here several times, as I like to go right here immediately and sleep for an hour. Two things that does. Number one, if you're taking any damage, you're going to get healed up. And number two, it gives you an automatic save. It depends on whether or not you have it set up. So in my settings, let's just go take a look real quick. In my settings, I have it set to save on rest. Basically, anytime I rest, it automatically saves. So that just saves you a couple of clicks. So you're gonna go here to Vladimir.
If it isn't the man I'm supposed to know from another side, that was some meeting to listen in on. Starborn, are you? Right. To the grit of it then. Tried crossing all the T's with the information you unloaded to Sarah and the others. I've got good news and bad. Good news is the eyes found what you're looking for. Bad news is they're not in the places you said they'd be. Here's the data. Managed to find a planet that might have one of those temples you talked about as well. Can probably find more temples if I have enough time to cross-reference. Come back when you've given the first one the thorough comb.
So you see, once you talk to Vladimir, you get the locations. You get two missions: Power from Beyond and Among the Stars. Among the Stars are basically going and finding the artifacts themselves, and Power from Beyond is actually going to be finding the temples so that you can get the powers that come with those temples. So you can go ahead and talk to him one more time while you're here.
Feel like I should be seeing heaven's aura every time you say something, Starborn.
And basically tell him, hey, I was hoping you'd point me to an artifact temple.
Got one. I'd go into the astronomical charting date.
And he's going to give you the location of one or more of the temples. So now you can see that the Power from Beyond has been updated to acquire the power on the planet Skink. Now, as far as order is concerned, I like to find all of the artifacts first. Because once you've found all of the artifacts, technically you can go to NG Plus right from there. At that point, you can start your journey to NG Plus at that point. You don't have to find all of the powers. I don't recommend going to NG Plus without finding all the powers, but again, that'll be in a later video. But I like to find all of the artifacts, and a couple of reasons why I do these, because as you go to the different planets, there are chances that there are ships that are going to land that you can steal along the way to these planets. I've actually gone to Mejio 4 and found a UC Vista 3 twice in one of my playthroughs on that planet, which was more than enough for me to take on use in the final battle, or for any other activities that I was going to do, like finding other ships or whatever the case may be, stealing other ships, taking them over, that kind of stuff. So I like to go ahead and find all of the artifacts first, and then I would go up to here to find acquire the powers. But anyways, that is my quick tutorial on how to get started with NG Plus, and some of those tips actually work for you if this is going to be your first playthrough, because like for instance, getting the Jake's hangover cure, that's going to be there from day one. You can get that. You can also go to Hope Town and grab the mag shear. Now, these are weapons that you normally wouldn't get right off the bat, but they, unless Bethesda decides to patch those out somehow, they're there for you to grab. I would grab them because they're going to definitely help you and give you a definite big advantage. So anyway, that's going to be it for me tonight. Follow me if you would like to go to the next part 2, where I will show you basically my method for getting all the artifacts and everything, and go from there. So have a good night, everyone, and see you in the next video.